guys, this is Mark from the Toys of a Time Gone By, and I wanted to talk about what was going on at the New York Toy Fair as for Motu stuff. As you know, we're getting these two new lines, and one is Chronicles, and one is called, not First Ones, but they said it's called just Core. Now they've changed it from First Ones to Core. And my thoughts on it is this, because they're saying they're putting a pause on masterverse, and I'm kind of a little bit disappointed because I kind of feel as though there's so many more figures that they're still supposed to come out with masterverse. So I'm kind of disappointed about that, and you guys will let me know in the comments how you feel about that. But they are, I've seen Pixel Dan over there and showing off some of the figures, as well as some of the other big toy YouTubers. And I saw the video, like most of you fans have seen, where the Mattel rep is talking about the articulation on the figures themselves, and I'm pretty I'm half and half with it as far as the Chronicles line goes. The line I'm kind of more excited about is the Core line. I kind of like the price point, $9.99 each. The Battle Cat's going to be a little more. I think his Battle Cat's going to be like $20 or a little more than that. Then you have you had the Skell Knight. You had you had He-Man. Who else? Tila. I know we're getting Skeletor. We're getting the Roton, which looks amazing. I really like the Roton. I'm all in for that. I don't know the price point on the Roton yet, but I'm hoping it's at least the Roton's in between maybe $15-$20. I'm hoping that's going to stay in that area. I like the action feature on the Roton. It's pretty cool. You just hold the trigger down and it's just like a saw blade. That's really neat. But they got into a little bit of articulation with the premium figures, and those premium figures, they have new joints, 30 points of articulation. They have these new butterfly joints and the ball jointed ankles and ball jointed wrists, which is I feel like it's pretty cool to have that. And also the neck, two parts of the neck actually move, and actually the midsection and the waist has like a ball joint on it, which I think it's fantastic. But I'm a little mixed with those. I'm mixed with the scale, being that they're supposed to be in that 1/12 scale, size 6-inch, 6.5, that area. I feel like it's too close to the 5.5. I don't know. I think it's more as like Marvel Legends size and classified size, where I think those are a little too small for I know they want to compete with those lines itself. I don't know what's going to come out of it later on. I don't know what's going to happen as far as how distribution's going to be with those. I'm hoping that they're just they're cut in all the stores. I'm hoping that I don't have to, I could walk in the store and be like, oh, they're here, let me go buy them. I don't want to just have to rely on online, because I really don't feel like I want to just pre-order the whole line and get it over with and get it mailed to me. I just would want to walk in the store, and if I see them and check them out, I may like them or whatever it is. I like to see that. As far as the articulation goes in the Chronicles line, I like to just kind of show you something because he's saying that He-Man can't sheath his sword. He's never seen a character that sheath his sword like that before because of the butterfly joints. But I want to demonstrate something to you guys because this is a masterverse figure. Yes, he's not He-Man, but he's close enough. Faker. And I took his arm and I put it around and I actually got it into that position. Look, there you go. So that is debunked because masterverse can do it. And I feel like they're telling people that that's the first time they ever seen a character sheath its sword. Masterverse can literally go straight back without any kind of problem with this figure that I have here. This is a great figure. This is the 7-inch, and I feel like that's a perfect size for these figures. And I'm kind of like a little bit disappointed that we have to go down a size, and I'm not for $25. These were $21, $22. I know they went up to like $23 now, but these are great figures. We're pretty much losing height now on the figures, and they're getting smaller, and then they're charging more, but they're adding more articulation, which kind of makes up for it, and they're keeping it in that and paint apps. I think Masterverse paint apps were great. I mean, not every figure was like on par, but there's some really great figures, and there's some really great figures that we really need to get that we don't have yet. As far as like the Battle Cat looks great. The new Battle Cat looks great. This right here, I'll show you. This was my Battle Cat here, and what I did was I actually painted him purple to when I didn't have a Panther, and this I always really loved this this Battle Cat. He had really great articulation. He still had great articulation, this guy. But I mean, the new one supposedly has a little better articulation, and I don't know. Let's see, he got that. And he got movement here, the head, the jaw, nice movement on there. The back legs, movement, good movement over here. The tail, movement in the back here. I mean, I like the movement on him, and he's a big cat. He's still this cat is a big cat. I mean, really is a massive cat. To me, he's like, besides like Mondo, it looks like these are the biggest cats we ever got. Biggest battle cats we ever got. And I like that. I'm not sure how big. He's probably going to be a little smaller than the Masterverse Battle Cat. I like the head sculpt on the new Masterverse, the new Chronicles Battle Cat. Although I really like the head sculpt on the Panther that we got through Mattel Creations. I like that head sculpt. And they did bring over the teeth that just fall down, that extra articulation with the teeth and the head sculpt. Kind of looks much similar. And those glass eyes are amazing. I kind of like it. I like the way it looks. But I'm really most interested in the core line because of that price point, and because it does have a lot of detail for that price point. And those I can get those and not feel like I killed my budget, like I destroyed my budget when I got those. But to be honest with you, and the other point I'd like to talk about was they talk about the the collector-friendly box. You could just take out the character, put them back in, and it's all new and this and that, and they're collector-friendly. They finally innovated that, cracked the, he said crack the case on it or something like that. But even the masterverse boxes, you could take them out, put them back in. It's, you don't have to, you don't have to rip it all apart and all that. It's the same thing. So I don't know how much different this is, exception for the exception, innovative or whatever it is, for the exception of the fact that these figures are smaller and have a little bit more I don't even know now. Think about it. I don't know if I'm right here, but didn't Masterverse have like 30 points also, or 30 something points of articulation? And this new one has 30 points of articulation. So then obviously you're kind of losing 2 points of articulation if you think about it. I'm not sure, guys. I just let me know in the comments if that's correct or something, because I don't have the box in front of me to look at the articulation points. But could we be losing a few points of articulation with this Chronicles line? I don't know. I don't even know now, because they're saying something is 30 points of articulation. I'm not even 100% sure. If I count the points of articulation in this guy, he's got the rockers. That's rockers. And is it the up and down there feature? Yep, up and down. Rockers. The boot, the boot cut over here. He's got the double jointed knees. And if you can get it, sometimes they get stuck over here. Yeah, the double jointed knees. So what do we have here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we got the swivel, that's 5. Then we got this one here, that's 6. All right, that's 6. And over here too, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the bottom is 12. 13. 14. All right. Let's see. 15. 16. 15, 16. 17. 15, 16. 17. 18, 19, 20, 21, okay. Another side, 21, 22, okay, let's see. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, 28, wait. I think it's about 30, right, guys? It's about 30. 30 points of articulation. So, we getting the same amount of articulation as Chronicles? And then I know that some of them had the pull-down joints. So it was like 32 points of articulation. But this one I don't think has the pull-down joints. No, this one doesn't. This one doesn't. This one doesn't have the pull joints. So honestly, it would actually be 32 points of articulation Masterverse had. So this new one, would it have? They're saying 30 points. So some of the Masterverse have even more points of articulation. So it's kind of strange, you know what I mean? So, maybe because the certain, like, instead of this, maybe the fact instead of this, the swivel here, you have that ball joint. It cuts down. This is 2 points already. Like this. This is 2 points. So maybe that's just one point that swivels, that a ball joint makes it 1 point. So maybe because it cuts down on a few points of articulation, that's probably why. And you could add those, if it cuts down on those points, you can add those points at the, you can add those points here in the back area, in the shoulders. You can add those points there. And then, yeah, like this point here is just like that. The other one's more, it's got the ball here and the ball joint here, so it gives it more fluidity in that aspect. So there, I mean, okay, guys, so, I mean, what do you think? I mean, what do you think about it? Let me know. Are you stoked for the Chronicles line? Are you more interested in the core line? Or are you disappointed that they're holding off on Masterverse? Another point, just let me know, because I mean, I'm interested in finding out what you guys think too. If Mattel's making a mistake here, or are they just kind of like, you know, let's see what happens type of deal, and maybe if they sell good, they may replace it. If they don't sell good, they may continue it. That's what I think's happening here. So there you go. Put it in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching.